on a highway to hell. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Two Nerds, One Quest. I am your host and DM, JC Dittmer, here with these three nerds because math is hard. Yes, we have a full house this morning. That man rubbing his eyes, looking sleepy, but looking oh so dapper in the German national team jersey is one Tom M. Norman playing Doug this morning. How you doing, bud?
So who would be the Danny Tanner of this group if we're in a full house?
The Danny Tanner of this group? Does that make you Uncle? No. Wait.
Uncle Jesse.
Wait a minute.
Danny Tanner.
No, he wouldn't be Danny.
No, what's his name? Who am I thinking?
Be Danny.
Yeah. Would you?
Ryan's Uncle Joey.
That might be accurate.
That feels fair. that one's an easy.
Oh wait, no. Ryan wouldn't be Uncle Joey. Ryan would be Uncle Jesse. Jeff would be Uncle Joey. That then what? That leaves you or me as Danny Tanner. Hey, that man in the white shirt and glasses, one crying. Ryan Crixus. Wow, we have a show to do here, folks.
Happy
How you
Sunday
doing, buddy?
morning, y'all.
Time for D&D, right? And then we have the man, the myth, the legend. Oh, crap. I forgot Uncle Joey. Joey Jacob Schmidt. Jingleheimer.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, that's going to get
Jeff
complicated.
Jacob Williams. How you doing, buddy? I will
Doing great.
Eventually.
Glad to be back after 4 weeks of missing out.
Oh, my God. It's so good. So good. We had a lot of fun in that 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch last week's show yet.
Oh, you're in for a treat. That's kind of fun. That was the first time me and Ryan ever played together. It was fun. It was good times.
I'm glad I could manage that for you.
Oh, so Jeff, do you remember what happened a month ago?
Yeah, I watched it last night, so
Awesome.
I'm all set.
I watched the last 5 minutes of it today to remember where we were and if we took a long rest or not.
Yeah, so we started out the last session in the Hags hut, where they were surprisingly cordial, and we found the last quote, the eighth quote, which is second, summon a flame in the palm of your hand. So that theoretically completes the octad. We took a short rest there, just enjoying their hospitality. And rather than going back to where a lot of damage awaited us, they bamfed us to the library in Ythryn, where we found a jackal-looking creature who was looking for the books of keeping with his blind penguinish servant, or slave, or helper, or whatever, who definitely wanted out of there. Turns out he wouldn't give up his penguin, and we ended up doing battle with him, and the spells that were flung around in that battle were pretty awesome. Finger of Death, Blight, Cure Wounds for 37 points, Banishment, Dimension Door. It was pretty crazy. But as usual, TBD ends up the victor, and we found a scroll, and we're able to send the penguin back to his home with that scroll. And as we were getting tired and thinking a long rest would be a good idea, we just peeked outside to see a forest with a giant tree in the middle of it outside. Professor Scant caught up with us, and then we were able to go back in and take a long rest and level up to level 10. So most of that's in my limerick for the week. Avoiding the fists where we'd been, the hag sent us to the library of Ythryn. We defeated Scrivenscry, told his penguin goodbye, and then rest to become level 10.
Nice.
Boom.
Wow. Very concise. I tried writing one based on what we did last week. Folks, I don't know if you realize how damn good Jeff is at this stuff. It's difficult to write those things. Especially to contain the whole of like what happened in a session.
Yeah, putting a story into a
Limerick is, yeah.
Hmm.
I can barely speak it
Yeah.
in plain English, much less in Limerick.
I just have a couple of I have a couple of dirty ones that are stored in my head from my misspent youth. That's about all I remember.
Sounds
for
about
Limerick.
right.
Misspent or well placed?
Yes.
So, a couple things I noticed. I did not go look for the arrows that I had shot, so I'm gonna go see if I can find those. I shot 4 arrows, and I'm
Alright,
rolling
okay.
to see if I find them all.
Mm.
I think it's rolling. And then for information, Tika is set to lightning. Ooh, that's a cool. Oh, I only found 1. Okay. And then while on watch during our long rest, I would like to just kind of peruse the shelves of books and see if there's anything exciting.
All right.
I don't know if anyone else had anything to do on the long rest.
Let's see. Perusing the books. I got something for you. When you're perusing the books, I need you to roll a d20, I believe it is. Hang on a second. Yeah, roll a d20.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Oh man, it's making metal clunking sounds. Well, it's a natural 20.
It's a natural 20. Wow. Let's see, what's
I
20?
mean, did I waste a good surprise?
Searching through it, you find a couple of things. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me again while I explain this. One of the things you discovered, there's the ancient obelisk that stands that you guys fought outside of, that you saw in the shadow of the spider in the middle of the city. Apparently the spire in the middle of the city is called the Spire of Larthus.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, exactly. You can use that obelisk and apparently a staff of power if you can find one, and you can turn back time with it. You could become Cher.
I was gonna say, if we could turn back time, we could find a way.
Yeah, exactly. To remove the darkness that hurt them, and then maybe they'd stay.
I don't want to but I do want to find the staff of power if there's one laying around out there.
Fuck yeah. Right?
Second roll is 4.
A 4.
4 staffs of power?
You find a little bit about the history of the city. Apprentice mages would graduate from the House of the Arcane and join one of the 8 arcane towers, each dedicated to a different school of magic. And you realize as you're thinking back, these 8 towers you've been to were the 8 schools of magic, where you found all these clues about the rite. You can roll one more time. I assume you spent 3 hours perusing books.
Yeah.
It's the first time you guys have actually went researching for things, so I'm going to make use of this list.
7.
7. Ythryn itself was held aloft by the magic of an arcane sphere known as the Mythalar. And the Mythalar also had the power to recharge magic items and control the weather. Which, that seems like, hey, that may be helpful in combating Miss Ice Kiss. If she ever wants to control the weather again, or tries to.
All right, that seems like a profitable evening of study.
Yeah. Which watch did you take? First, second, or third?
I will choose that randomly.
Okay.
Okay, I'll re-roll. It was the 4th watch.
There is.
Third watch.
Third watch. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. So yeah. Jacob comes in and he's like, sees everybody else all injured, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to bed."
Doug would take first watch.
And what'd you do during your watch, Doug?
I probably would have just kind of meditated and focused my energy on what we're trying to do. I would have actually looked at the list, the 8 things we're supposed to do. Yeah, the 8 steps. I would have looked at that and tried to figure out what we're missing and what we need.
Okay. Things that probably came to mind looking at that list. A wand from the Nether Oak, but you know where the Nether Oak is based on earlier this evening. I think you have a way to summon a flame in the palm of your hand. You start thinking about secrets. You're supposed to reveal a secret and then coax a secret from another. So that's kind of a little strange. You're not sure how you're going to do that.
Bless you.
You make note that you're going to need some ice to douse the flame in your hand. You have a mask, I believe, right?
Yep, we all have masks.
You all have masks.
Another sneeze.
Someone grabbed ashes from the dead. If not, you can make something dead with your fireballs. You're thinking.
Yeah. No, we picked up ash from, I think, all those hands, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last item is to consume poison. That I don't know that you have. So.
I certainly can make poison with the alchemy jug, so.
Oh, hey, there you go. But he probably doesn't know that yet. I don't know. Maybe he does.
Yeah, that would. I don't know if that would be something I would necessarily know, but it would be something that I would bring up once we're back in a group. I would pull everybody together, and are we assuming that long rest is over?
Probably a discussion to focus in the morning.
Right now, yeah. You make note of poison being the one thing that you're unsure of. You're pretty sure you have everything else to complete this ritual. Or will shortly have everything else to complete this ritual. Other than that, then you spend your time watching, and then you wait Crixus for his watch. Crixus, is there anything you'd like to do during your watch?
Just working on a song and making some, images with my lutes. Make sure I can tell the story of Ythryn. And our adventure through it.
Working on being a teller of tales. Working on your barddom. Awesome.
Yep.
Rub one out, however a tiefling rubs one out.
It's like that. Yep.
He makes
probably rubbing my own horns and stuff.
Polishing the horn.
Mage hand backwards.
All 3 of them. Mage hand backwards. That's
would that would be considered the ultimate stranger.
Wow. All right.
And on that note,
you okay, John?
I'm carrying this like 7 steps beyond the line. My first thought was Mage Hand can only hold 10 pounds.
oh, that's a great point.
Again, we're talking about tiefling anatomy. Never fails with us.
That was
so
like
you
right
all
with show titles.
You all wake up in the morning. Jacob wakes the remainder of you up in the morning. What would you like to do? As I wipe the tears from my eyes from laughing.
I think there's a grove of trees nearby, one which might be important to us. I think we're going to go search that region very carefully.
Is there anyone? I mean, Valine seems completely open to doing that. Anyone want to do something else or argue, or is
I
this
would-
consensus?
I would have the discussion about the steps. So I would make sure that we're all on the same page and that we are prepared.
All right.
So
Very focused in on
So,
the
who
tasks.
who among us can create fire in their hand?
I mean, I've got a tinderbox. I can make light in my hand.
I think just putting a torch in the palm of your hand, the fire from the torch in the palm of your hand will work, Valine says.
Oh.
It's a bit morbid, but so is drinking poison.
Speaking of poison, does anybody carry poison with them? Otherwise, we may have to do some more searching.
Yes. The magic jug that we have creates a number of concoctions, including poison.
Hmm.
Never had a use for it before.
Excellent. So then really all we're missing is the wand.
Which we're going to go get now.
All right,
Right.
team.
So, all right, I rolled the. Should I go out first? And I rolled yes. So I am. As soon as he says break, Jacob is off with Tika at his side. Very contrary to how we've normally run our
Yeah,
order.
Doug, I'm like looking around like what the shit's going on? Jacob, hold on. Let somebody with a shield go first.
Slow your youthful optimism, son. I can't keep up.
Do you wait, Jacob? Do you call Tika back?
No,
No.
no.
Just
I'm
go,
gonna
they
take
don't seem
flight.
to hear you guys.
I'm gonna take flight.
You step into the Tika and Jacob. You step into the arboretum, and there's a canopy of golden leaves. It's kind of sunk in. It's like a basin. The crazy thing is that everything is alive here and living compared to the cold, frozen hardness of the rest of the city. Things are very alive here, and despite there being like no air or no breeze, the trees are blowing in the wind. They're moving like there's a wind blowing, but there's no wind blowing. Above you, what you saw as sky last night, as you get inside it, you notice it flickers. It's like a magical spell that has gone haywire, and it kind of static changes between a beautiful, serene, starry sky and a stormy sky, and like flickers back and forth. It's a little unsettling.
Is
You do
the
it.
weather different, or is it just like an illusion?
It's an illusion.
Okay.
You realize this as you fly through it, Doug. Coming over you. I'm assuming you're heading towards the big tree in the middle.
Yeah, I would kind
Yeah.
of be scouting ahead, and the big tree would be something I would definitely focus on.
Damn, kids are too eager, says Valine to Crixus. Shall we?
Kirk's is footing it, trying to keep up, but shaking his head.
Goddamn youth.
Walking in, you get to the center. About the time you get to the center, Jacob, you get to this clearing just as Doug is landing. He lands softly on 2 feet, and you come into this clearing just in time to see him land. And standing before you is a massive tree that you swear is sleeping. Like you hear it breathe. You looking closely at it. There's a face. You can see a face in it.
I am going to wait for Crixus and Valine to catch up before I'm I think I'm gonna try to do
Is
like
Jacob gonna wait for us to catch up?
Jacob falls silent, and actually, he's gonna pull out his cloak, his new cloak, and see how it matches the ripples in the forest shadows.
Hmm.
So he's definitely doing that quietly, not waking up the tree.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
All right. Would you consider this? Oh, never mind. That's different. I was gonna say forest is my favorite terrain, but it doesn't have anything to do with stealth checks. Good roll. Good roll. Stop there. 24.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you throw it on, you're quiet as a mouse. Tika's just kind of sitting there, casually, waiting for your command.
Stealthy.
About a
Yeah.
minute later, Crixus and Valine come rolling up with Professor Scant kind of floating behind on his ball.
I'm gonna
Do
whisper.
they see me, or
They
have I sufficiently hidden?
they don't see you at all.
Nice.
In fact, as they roll up, Valine kind of looks around. Did Jacob make it?
How have we beaten the party here? It does not make sense.
He's here. He's here.
There's Doug.
I'm gonna kind of jerk my head over in the direction where Jacob was with his cloak.
Make a perception check.
Me?
No. Crixus.
I'll make the first.
Valine can't see him. She's looking for him and can't find him.
8.
Yeah, neither one of them. can
You
see
good?
him. He's hidden.
Tika's set to lightning, so she's the blue dragon color. So she's very
She stands out,
obvious,
yeah.
and you're trying to find Jacob around Tika. Tika's not
No, there's Tika, but
not giving it away.
I don't see Jacob.
He's there. Trust me, he's there. But
Nice.
Believe you.
the tree seems to be sleeping. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna do like when you're trying to wake somebody up or trying to make them notice you without jumping on them. You're like the the loud coughing.
Visitor.
Oh, you're a fucking ent, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Ah, damn it.
What are you doing here?
You're gonna put me to sleep with that talking.
I will try and talk a little bit faster. Is this better?
Yeah, that's good.
It takes a lot of breath to do that.
I'm gonna defer to Crixus to explain what's going on.
Who
Good
is-
elder. Good day to you.
Good day to me?
Indeed. Good day.
To me. Okay, it's my
you?
day today then. All right.
Indeed. My team is on a quest very important for the world.
Oh. The world has forgotten about us.
I would like to remind them there's something you can do for us as well.
Ooh. It's been a long time since I've been helpful.
Well, now is your chance, good sir. We seek a wand.
I don't know of any wands.
Oh, well.
It was an elder branch, right? Or an elder. What was it called?
A
That's where
wand
you-
from the Nether Oak. It was on the list you were reviewing last night.
Yeah, nether oak. Well, I was trying to think of the type of wood because I was gonna ask if there was the type of tree. But
I
was
am the Nether Oak,
Indeed.
but
Well,
I
then,
don't recall having a wand.
well, we've come to the right place. Perhaps there's a bow imbued with your abilities or your consciousness that you could provide to us, and
I
that would play a role in our next step to save the world.
don't. You speak Treant very well.
Indeed. Well, I have had many run-ins with the slow-talking type.
They helped my
That is-
friends go to Mordor.
That is good. I don't know about my essence or my soul or imbuing. That does not make much sense to me.
Make a persuasion check, Grixis.
Sure. I should be theoretically good at this.
You can have advantage too because you're actually saying
don't
the right
need
shit.
it.
You don't fucking need it. Holy hell. 28.
28.
You
When
nearly
you're good,
doubled
you're good.
the DC of this charisma check.
I basically, if you would allow, John, I think what this indicates is I pull out my lute and I start to tell the story, and as kind of the end of it, the important piece is that it's us holding a wand, which is clearly like a branch off of the tree, and basically then I say, "This is where you come in."
Yes. Purpose. It is good to feel useful again. Maybe the world will remember.
And as he's saying this, he bends this branch down to you. And it, almost like an arm, and just kind of bends the whole thing down. And right in front of you, there is a branch, probably about 2 feet long, that just clean snaps and drops. You catch it easily. He drops it right into your hands.
Awesome. So I'm gonna like kneel to like show him respect. Say, I take this in good faith, sir. This the stories of your wisdom and bravery today will ring across the land.
Save the world. Make them remember.
Trixis turns around with the stick and like, huh? And then hands it to Doug.
Well, I guess that's it.
Oh shit! I should have put a bird in the. I'm thinking about the old man in Labyrinth with the bird hat.
Yep.
Should have put a bird in the bow of the tree. Please leave a donation in the little box at the base of the tree. But I didn't do that, so.
I'm gonna say kind of in a hushed whisper, we should probably back out of here. I'd hate to wake him up again. Come on, Jacob,
Yeah,
let's
I
go.
mean, what a nice tree. Great tree. Really a class act.
As you guys are exiting the Arboretum, I need you to make Constitution saving throws.
Are we within whatever number of feet from Doug?
Everybody else
Depends,
is. I
Doug,
don't know
are
where
you
you
flying
are.
out or are you walking with them?
I would have walked with them to discuss the next step.
Okay. Then
I think it's +4 under your roll.
nat 20.
So 9 plus 4 is 13.
16.
16.
I got a 21.
Excellent. I'm gonna do this. So this becomes this. Not that I think we're gonna be here that much longer, or longer, not long enough for that to matter. But you guys both, or all three of you, four of you, recognize that you've been here a while, and the city's magic is. You're starting to grow accustomed to it. The residual magic and the whole walking in here, you felt it when you walked in that there was something in the air, and it's just something you're becoming symbiotic with it rather than it fighting you. It isn't really affecting any of you, but you acknowledge that you are here and the city is kind of accepting of you being here at this point. Where would you like to go?
Well, I mean, we have
Did we-
everything, right?
Yeah, did we make it to, I can't see the numbers on here. Did we make it to Y11 and Y12? I don't know what
11.
those are.
Yep. Oh, wait.
Because I think we jumped from
Where are you?
7 to 9, and I don't know if we ever made it to. Did we care about those two off on the end?
Oh yeah,
Or
no.
do we
you
feel
never,
like we're?
you never went to 11, and I don't. And you didn't go to 12 either. It's up to you guys though.
I think it's the only thing
Yeah.
off in this direction.
I'd hate to leave a stone unturned, especially with the consideration that there may be some cool things yet in here.
Yeah, I would support that decision to explore a little bit more, just to be sure we've covered our bases.
And then I don't know that we went to on the other side 5 or 6 because I think we started going counterclockwise from the.
Yep.
From the start, so
5 and 6. Let me just verify. Yeah, you didn't go to 6. Definitely did not go to 6. 5. No, you didn't go to 5 either. That's right. All right. Yeah.
so
Uh-oh. Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
yeah, can you hear me?
Which is down.
Yep, everything stopped real quick. Hold on.
All right.
This happened pre-show too, and I don't know. We've been having issues with internet around our area because they're building houses.
Oh, shiznit.
Hmm.
Oh, come on. Don't you shit out on me.
Just weird because we can still. I mean, you're still in Discord. It's
Yeah,
just not enough
it's-
to
no.
not enough to Twitch.
So my internet dropped, so I lost you in Discord for a minute. All right,
So he's
we're-
got to reset everything now.
Nope,
Back up.
I didn't have to reset everything. It's just what happens is I have to stop the stream and then restart the stream. Yeah, so my apologies to everybody. I think our internet has been, like, we lost internet for a couple hours on Thursday because I don't know if they're just, like, clipping wires when they're doing stuff or what they're doing, but it's really annoying.
I don't believe it. Sounds
Alright.
like it.
So my apologies. We were at
Choosing.
You're determining where you were going to go, Y11, Y12, Y6, or Y5, I think.
Yeah,
I will tell you
or-
this, because you're players and we're referring to Y. This is a meta conversation. But you can see Y6 is connected to the main tower. in the middle. So
That might be one of the ways in anyway.
yeah.
Let's head to Y6 then. I mean, I don't know. We don't need to scour the rest of it. We've got what we need, and so I don't think, you know. I
From
don't
where
think
you're
there feels
standing,
like value.
Y11 is one of the 8 towers.
Hmm.
It's shattered up top, though. There's a silver light that is shining from a high window. And there's a carved eye that animates and kind of blinks. But part of the roof is missing on this tower. And
Doug would definitely go and check that out. I think that if it looks like a tower that we've been visiting, I would definitely go and at least check it out to be sure that we're not missing anything there. Just because all the towers that we've checked have been productive.
yeah,
Right.
looking
I'm
at this tower,
guessing
do you
that
look
that
in the window or do you look in the hole in the ceiling?
I would fly up and look in the ceiling hole.
Okay, there's like icicles hanging off the roof and actually hanging off this hole. There's a 3-foot diameter glass orb that sits atop a 2-foot cylindrical plinth in this, again, a 30-foot room. And there are eyeballs that are kind of swimming around in this orb like fish. Some have like cataracts, some of them are bloodshot and pus filled.
Ew.
As you fly by this hole, they all turn and look at you. There are huge chunks of the wall that are broken off here. And you make an intelligence check. Actually, hell, you don't even need to make it. The chunk of wall that was in the other building you found that had part written on it, part of the octane, you're putting together that this must have broken off this tower in the collapse of the city.
Gotcha. Yeah,
So
my passive intelligence is, oh no, that's investigation. Never mind.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, you put that together just looking at it.
All right. All right. I'll just kind of leave it. I don't actually. I would take a closer look just to be sure there's nothing hidden in a corner.
Make an investigation check.
8.
Yeah, looking at it, you don't see anything else in any of the corners. There is some writing at the base of the plinth. It's in Draconic.
I would take a picture with my camera so I could show Jacob.
Now you're talking.
You did not find
Sketched
the portable visual scroll or visual tablet stone that you hit the magic button on and or the rune on it and it draws what it sees. You gotta hold it real still though, otherwise it gets very blurry.
All right, I'll fly back to the team and let them know. I gotta check on the dogs.
All right. Oh, I was gonna hit him with one more thing. I'll get him when he comes back. What are you guys doing as he's up there scoping out the tower?
I mean, I think we're probably chatting through like the octat and sorting through some things. And trying to
we're gonna
figure
need
out how we would satisfy each one.
Yeah, we're gonna need some ice from somewhere. I'm assuming there's plenty of
All over the
icicles
place.
and things all over.
Yep.
Okay.
Just go over to nearest building. There's like snow piled up in the corner. There's drifts in occasional places. There's chunks of ice everywhere.
So the one that's a little unique is like the lie, right? We need somebody to lie. Which is that one?
Yeah, we need to share a secret and then coax a secret.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what we have to do. So no. We'd have to talk through what we think that means as a team.
Yeah, but don't tell me because then it won't be a secret.
Sure.
Yeah. No, I think Jacob, as he's kind of like doing the math on it, would be like if we do it one at a time and go in a circle, then everybody, as long as everyone has one secret to share and one secret to get coaxed out of them, then we should be able to kind of go in a circle and complete that part of it.
Doug, as you're flying away, you look over at Y12 and see that this is actually a very, very deep well that plunges into the city floor. There are 5 crystal benches that encircle it, glinting under a purple glow of a nearby street lamp. So that's what you see in Y12.
Weird.
And you fly back to them.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna explain everything you saw to them?
Yeah. I'll tell them all the weird, gross eyes and the chunk that was missing and all that fun stuff. I mean, and I'll say, well, I mean, we can go back there if you think we need to know about that draconic writing. But I don't know how important that is since we have all of the steps.
I mean,
Would
doesn't
the professor know anything about the orb since he is an orb?
It's I don't know, the eyes. That's kind of creepy.
Oh, so what? We
Yeah.
all know each other, he says.
Here, let me see if he's ever heard anything about anything like this.
I'm an orbist.
7? No, he this does not ring a bell at all to him. Using my new mechanical dice on D&D Beyond.
Who's being an orbist?
I was generalizing that all orbs must know each other because they're all the same shape.
He was being orbist.
So on our way to Y6 then, does Y5 catch our eye? I don't know what the
Looking at it, it's a maze of cell-lined corridors looking down into. Let's see. You peek in the main door of it. It's this massive wrought iron portcullis style gate, and you look in there and you can just see cell doors. It looks like a prison.
What did we see on 12? Does Doug share that?
Oh yeah, Doug, do you share
Yeah.
12? What,
Yeah,
what-
I would have told them about the benches and the light and all that.
Okay. Do you want to try and get in Wi-Fi? Unlike most of the buildings, this one's sealed. Like this one actually seems to have withheld the collapse.
Yeah, I mean, if it's sealed, I have that scroll of opening or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, the chime, yeah. Is there anything we can see, can we hear anything, or does it look like there might be anything valuable inside?
Can we break a window?
No, looking down, looking through this portcullis, it's a long ass hallway, and there is just cells on each side of the hallway, and there's a door on the far end.
All right, I rolled that I want to go in there, so I'm gonna start looking at how to get in.
Walking around the building, you find a collapsed wall on the backside. Peering in there, you see a 15-foot square infirmary in disarray, with an operating table in the middle of the room. Leather straps extend from one side of the table to the other, and into the air above its surface, and fasten on the other side. It looks like something is lashed to the table. Something invisible.
This looks very ominous. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Do we...
I'll go in.
climbing.
Well, never mind. I guess that takes away the decision for me. I'll follow him in.
I think we have to.
Mm-hmm. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run up to Jacob and grab his arm and like force him to stop.
Do you stop?
That he's gonna have to because I'm gonna basically tackle him if he doesn't.
Well, it's going to be a contested strength roll if he says no.
Yeah, I stop.
Okay.
I'm gonna whip him around and grab him by the shoulders and say, "What are you doing? What is your deal?"
I just want to go in there. I just feel like I should go in there.
Do you feel like you have to go in there? Like you're compelled?
I think there's something in there we want or need.
But you've been doing this. You did this with the trees. Like you are just rushing ahead without thought. You're putting us all in danger.
I concur.
I mean, I don't see anything dangerous in there.
I'm going to look deep into his eyes and like I'm gonna see if like there's anything wrong with him. You know what I mean? Like I'm a
Make a medicine check.
17.
17, yeah, there is something definitely like he's not functioning with a full deck right now. Something's pushing at his mind in some way or another.
I'm gonna kind of look over my shoulder at Crixus and kind of give him like the head shake, like he's not right. Like, here, why don't you come with me, Jacob? We're gonna go, and I'm gonna bring him back to the rubble, and say, Crixus, why don't you check out the straps? I'm gonna have a little discussion with Jacob here.
All right.
All right.
I will go willingly.
All right.
That's crazy, Jeff. 2 1s in a row.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm doing odds is yes and evens are no.
Okay. Crixus, so what do you do when you go check out this table?
Just really investigating it thoroughly, like pushing the sides in for any secret compartments or areas. Just really kind of passing the time as Doug talks to Jacob.
Make a dexterity check.
Sounds horrible.
Oh, got you into something that you can't get out of.
Check. Dexterity check.
Low.
Low. Okay. As
4.
you're kind of pushing and prodding at this table, you bump something invisible. There is actually a being or something strapped to this table that's invisible.
That's so if Crixus has any if he has a sense of this at some point, he's gonna like jump back startled.
Give me 1 second. Hang on a second.
While you're doing that, John, while Crixus is investigating, I would actually cast Remove Curse on Genius, on Jacob.
Yep, your decision making seems to, like, you become less foggy headed. You realize you look back at some of the decisions you made, and you kind of wonder, Jacob, what was I doing? I'm smarter than that.
Mm-hmm.
You suddenly feel more in control of your mind again.
How do you feel?
Doug, thank you. I didn't even realize it, but I was foggy. You know, it was like, you know how when you when you think you can drive a 4-horse cart after you've had all the mead.
A bunch of stuff falls off of a table as Crixus jumps back away from table and bumps into another table, and a bunch of utensils kind of fall on the ground in the middle
What
of
was
your
that?
conversation.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, and I'm glad we could get rid of this before, or take care of this before it got real serious or hurt us in the long run. Let's go catch up with Crixus.
Yeah.
You guys were only about 10 feet away, not even 10 feet away, from about 5 feet away from him.
Oh, I thought we were further away.
Oh no, this whole room is 15 feet
Oh, ha!
wide.
So we're talking like we're in a 100-foot room.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's go over there. Turn around.
Crixus takes like a piece of clothing, effectively like his coat that he's not wearing because he's resistant to the cold, and he's like throws it on top of the table to identify that there's something unseen taking up space there.
Oh yeah. There's clearly something unseen. The straps kind of gave it away, but you throwing your cloak up there, you see that it is vaguely humanoid. You can make out where your cloak is staying elevated. That there is something humanoid on top of this table. Invisible.
I'm gonna look back at the rest of the team and like big eyes, like whoa.
Oh, shit. I'm just going to observe.
Crixus, what is it?
Some sort of creature or being who prefers anonymity.
Why is it strapped to a table?
We're in a prison, says Valine. This is an infirmary in a prison. He's strapped to a table.
Can we tell if it's moving?
It doesn't seem to be moving at all.
Ooh, that can't be ideal.
It may be best to leave it alone. I mean, I can... Okay, it's invisible. Shit. Do you want me to see... Oh, I can detect magic. I mean, if it's invisible, I may... If it's a spell, then we'd know. I don't want to see it, though.
I think if it remains strapped, I think we can continue to move on.
I
concur.
I think this is just grab your cloak and let's go.
I don't think we're going to find anything in here unless there's an armory.
It's a prison. I don't... Well, maybe there'd be an armory. But where the hell would it be?
I'm gonna grab my cloak and let's move on to the next room or area.
Yeah. I don't know why you guys wanted to come in here, but I think we should move on.
Perfect. Valine nods, and she's out. She jumped out the collapsed wall. She's out of there as quick as possible.
I'm going to flip Jacob the feather and
Flip him the feather.
I guess, I mean, do we want to keep looking through this place?
Now that we know it's a prison, I don't think there's anything of value that we could expect here. Unless we can find like the warden's office and maybe he's got something.
I feel like we're wasting time in this building. We should probably just go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I concur. It's going to be more opportunity for an attack.
I agree.
Valine gets outside. Hang on one second. Let's see this. Okay, once she's on the other side of the wall, she casts Detect Magic. And she says, there's a a powerful transmutation spell on whatever that is. Yeah.
How do we get rid of it?
Check.
Jacob's thinking, I wonder if they were experimenting on prisoners when the city fell and they turned them invisible.
Could be, but if it's invisible and it's not moving, I mean, who's to say if it even is alive? But if it is alive, it may be a sequester spell. Would render it invisible and unmoving. It's like a stasis almost. That you set a timer on that releases.
I would think that the timer would be up by now.
Yeah.
Well, the mage could dispel. That timer can be set up to 1,000 years. Or it can be something as mundane as when the Tarrasque awakens. And I say mundane, but that's like... Who's seen a Tarrasque? Come on.
Seems dangerous.
The timer can be set infinite just based on a trigger or a condition. Could be
Like
when I take
poking
my
it?
ring, when I take this ring off and put it on this pedestal, would open it. And if that ring never meets that pedestal, it never breaks. Sequester spell's actually kind of cool. I mean, if we damaged it, it would break the spell. There's that. So, if you really want to know what it is, you could probably shoot it, Jacob.
I could send Tika in there to bite it too.
You could do that too. But I honestly, this is a prison and this is an infirmary and that's been sequestered on a table and then strapped in, I think it's better left alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, not our problem.
Nope.
Not my circus,
Don't
not
move
my
on.
monkeys, she says.
Circus.
It's either dead or was strapped to the table for a reason. So
Yep. I agree. I think we should move on.
All right, so Y6, not too
Y6.
far.
Just walking up to it, this
Why
is
not
an
6?
arching strut of dark stone that rises and connects to the central spire up top. There's a gate that you can see engraved with arcane sigils that is set into the base of this. As you get closer to it, you bump into the force field.
Well, here we are.
Make an Arcana check. Oh, yo.
$16.
13.
It's not hard. Seeing, even if Crixus doesn't make this, you guys
19?
did. Yep. Seeing it, looking at the sigils on it, you recognize them as they're symbols representing the 8 schools of magic.
So
Stand before the.
do we do the ritual here?
I think if we want to get through the...
We can. Valine says.
Let's see if I wrote it down.
So should we try?
Two,
Can we try to just walk through it or not?
You can try. You walk and you hit it. It's like hitting a wall. It's there, invisible. Yeah, dear.
Yeah, like walking in
box.
like when the the glass door is shut and you walk into it by accident.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
that's always fun. Yeah,
There's
I
a
think...
Crixus shaped
there
smudge
was a-
on the force field right now.
I knew he was wearing makeup.
Yeah. do
I mean, it
tieflings
would be
shower? You're
cold
kind of
enough to
greasy.
do that.
All right. Does someone want to go first? We only have one wand, so we kind of have to.
Take turns.
Yeah.
Should be able to use the wand over and over again.
Yeah.
I will I volunteer as tribute.
I was gonna nominate Valine because this she was the one who wanted to go here the most.
I'll go if you want me to go first. Crixus, I need some poison. I don't have any
Yes,
on me.
definitely. So, Crixus will take a little, I don't know, make a little groove out of a piece of ice and
Okay. Make a
pour
little shot glass out of ice with poison
Yeah,
in it.
like,
Perfect. She
Things Jareth used to do: make shot glasses out of ice.
Yeah, exactly. And then the nether oak. Let's see. I need that. Okay, I can do that. Okay. Oh, crap, I need my mask.
Yeah, I think we're getting out the
Yep.
ashes, we're getting out the masks, we're getting out the poison, and just kind of get everything handy.
So she takes the wand and she holds it over her heart. And she whispers a small incantation, and the fire just comes to her hand, just a little globe of fire. And you see that fire lower into the palm of her hand and actually burn her hand. And she flinches. And as she flinches, she says, I'm here to return the city to the sky. That is my purpose. That is my reason for being here. That is my secret. Crixus, do you have a secret that you would be willing to tell me?
Indeed, lass, I do. As a young man, I was tormented by those that I would call now my friends, but I realized that as my elven friends that I had grown up with, as I grew older, their focus on beauty, I realized how ugly that made their personalities. And so although I said I wanted to travel the world and help people, in reality, I wanted to get away from them because I saw the ugliness in their hearts as they cast people out because of their quote-unquote ugliness.
She nods and turns her hand to the side, and the orb of fire that was in her hand goes away, but the fire on her palm still dances. As she reaches for that shot glass of ice and presses her hand against it, you hear it sizzle, and the flame in her palm dies. She puts that shot glass back down and picks up the mask and slides it over her face. Sticking 2 fingers into the ashes, she traces a circle of ashes around herself and reaches back for that shot glass and downs it. I need a Constitution saving throw for her. What the fuck just happened?
Hope I didn't put too much in.
Make it a double.
And you get +4 for being within 10 feet of me.
My iPad just crapped on me. There
You.
we go.
Sounds like
What
you
does
need
that smell like?
Yeah, I was gonna say, sounds like you need to crap right back on it.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake. I gotta pull this up because on a different monitor because my iPad decided to be a shit head and start updating stuff and crashed my second monitor usage.
Everybody.
So
Off the poison.
Constitution saving throw. 13. She coughs.
Is that +4?
Oh, no, that's 17. She coughs and and there is a spark of magic that starts in the circle of ash at her feet and moves in towards her, spreading across the ground and up her legs and up her body all the way to her head. She nods and turns towards the barrier and steps through. She takes a deep breath. She throws the wand outside the barrier and looks at you all and says thank you and turns and walks in.
Snap.
Get caught up. Nope.
All right, Crixus, go next.
We better hurry this shit up.
Crixus will grab it and go through the process.
Okay.
All right, shield your heart with the wand. Summon a flame in the palm of your hand.
I'm gonna need to on that one
I would,
light,
yeah.
share the torch. Put a little alcohol on there and then light the alcohol on fire.
Okay.
Burnt palm loosens the tongue. Shed a secret about yourself for all to hear.
Let's see another secret. I didn't prep 2 secret. I'll do so Crixus shares that although his parents were killed as a young child and taken in by the followers of Sunni, he never truly believed that that he was a member of their group, and he would actually steal the clothes of the other kids and like kind of wear them around, pretending that he was one of the elves when he clearly was not.
Oh,
So he would
All right.
try to get in and it would never work.
All right. Fourth, coax a secret from another.
And then I'll ask Doug for a secret. Secret? You got a secret?
I am the Madrid man.
I was waiting for him to say it. I am actually not a flesh being. I am a Mojang.
When I was 5, I had a family. And one day I woke up to find my uncle standing over my parents. He had killed them. That is a secret I have kept with me my entire life without telling anyone.
All right. Fifth, quench the flame in thy palm with ice.
And Crixus will kind of put it out with the ice shot glass as well. Is kind of our process here.
Okay.
Hide thyself behind a mask.
I'll put on my fox god mask.
Trace a circle with the ashes of the dead. And stand in the circle of death and consume poison.
And I'll pour another little bit of poison, a little bit less than maybe Valine had, and I'll take a shot.
Make a Constitution saving throw as you consume the poison.
18.
+4?
Yep, that's with the +4. Yep. And the same thing, the magic light from the ring of ash creeps across the ground and up Crixus's legs, his body. It's strange because as it moves up your body, you feel warmer. Where it moves over your body, you feel warm. And it encases you, and suddenly it's the extra chilling cold of this place has kind of gone away.
Well then, Crixus will kind of hand
I'll take the wand.
alchemy jug and the wand, and I'll walk through.
All
You
right,
walk through, and walking through the barrier. It's almost like it's climate controlled inside.
Nice.
It's temperate. It's nice.
All right.
Immediately call to Valine before they go.
All right, Doug.
All right.
Shield your heart.
All that remains of Valine is a door hanging open on its hinges. She went inside. She took off. She has purpose. She's going looking for something now.
I'm going to yell, Crixus, go after her. Jacob and I can finish this ourselves.
At that moment, I need a Wait, hang on 1 second. Hang on. I gotta see what it is. Sorry, this may take a second. Oh, come on. It is a...
Hey, John, I'm going to give you the 5-minute warning on this.
Yeah, I got it. I need a Constitution saving throw from the three of you. As there is a blood-curdling howl that rolls over the top of you, and
9.
followed by
That feels good.
by a scream. You shall not enter my tower!
21 plus 4.
I only had a 9, and I'm not sure if I'm close enough to Doug anymore.
Yeah, you are.
You would have been within 10 feet.
Okay. So it's 13 then.
13. And what was yours, Doug?
9.
9. Jacob, do you hear Doug yelling at Crixus to go after Valine? And the two of this scream comes over, and suddenly both Crixus and Doug, you guys drop to 0 hit points.
Oh, what? Say, who? What?
And fall unconscious on the ground. You turn and look, Jacob, and you see this floating skull in the sky, fire coming out of its eyes and its mouth, and you are frightened of this skull. You want nothing more than to get away from it. And we'll stop there because Tom has a heart out. That's a really neat place to stop.
Wow.
Wow. So Crixus is on the inside of the barrier,
Yes, he is.
and I can't get in unless I can coax a secret from another, and they're both out.
Yeah.
I mean, I have potions of healing on me and shit.
I have plenty of healing spells, but I have to bring you back before either one of us can go take care of them, and I'm...
And there's a screaming demon.
And there's a screaming demon that he's frightened of that he doesn't want to be anywhere near.
Yeah.
Does Tika need to make a saving throw?
Oh, yeah, she would too.
All right.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Con saves +2. So I'll just. So this is one. She probably wasn't close enough to get Doug's benefit. So it's this. Whatever this is, -1. It's not gonna make it. So 9.
So at the same time you see both your friends
Tika poofs.
go, she poofs. So yeah, you're frightened of this thing.
Wonderful.
Yeah. This is the thing that's been screaming in the distance for several sessions.
Finally caught up with us.
Would have been nice.
Oh. Well,
All right.
that's an interesting cliffhanger.
Shit. Well,
Not ideal.
on that note, we are 2 Nerds, 1 Quest. We are here Sunday mornings, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Twitch.tv/TomMNorm. TOMMNORM. Give us a follow. If you have Prime, Amazon Prime, you can give us a free subscription. Podcast drops usually Sundays for the Patreon subscribers. Monday morning for the regular podcast. Join Patreon. $1 a month gets you all of our podcasts with the pre and post show content, meaning our discussions before the show starts and our picking of titles and after show content talking after the show ends. Just $1 a month gets you that. Very, very cost effective. A very cost effective way of listening to our show. It's very fun. We do have a lot of fun in our pre and post show talk usually. Many shenanigans and hijinks occur.
It's true.
bit.ly/our fun Discord. Pop in our Discord. Say hi. Get our links. Check us out. We talk about music and games and other stuff in there. It's been a little quiet lately, but when we talk in there, we talk in there. So say hi. Pop in. We'd love to see you.
Hop in there early and see what I'm listening to as I prep for the game in the morning.
Yeah. John puts his pre-show music in there as he's prepping for the show. So for me, for Lazy Dragon, for Cooch, and for John, we'll catch you next week, maybe, possibly. Okay, bye.
Likely.
Have a good Sunday.
The ceiling also broke in this moment, and a lot of snow just started falling from the ceiling. Of course
it did. Jerk.